Time for Law and Disorder.
I demand a lawyer.
With attorney Jeff Kaufman on 101.1 WJRR.
All right, Jeff, of course, from Kaufman and Lynd. Find a firm here in Central Florida, assisting you if you've been injured. But Jeff also well-versed in general law, and we thank you for being so generous with your time every Monday.
Yeah, a little bit of a lot. That's what it works out to be.
Seriously, thanks for helping all the listeners, because this is free legal advice, and that's not easy to come by.
What happens is, though, I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of calls. So if we don't get to you, just keep trying. But, I mean, it's hundreds of calls. That's a lot.
To get in touch with Jeff directly, it's jeff@whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell.
I want to ask you a injury question that we it was one of the stories we had in our earlier idiotology.
Sure, go ahead.
Woman run over by her own car 3 times.
God, that's a good trick.
Yeah, it was a weird set of circumstances, but that
were you like in a hole? You know, like those places where
it was close.
Yeah,
where it was like one of those U things, and you get caught, and the car goes this way.
She's
and then
parked on a slope, didn't put it in park, goes behind it, goes back, rolls over, hits a car, comes back, rolls over, careens off a sidewalk, rolls over a third time.
So she does all this stuff to herself.
Where do you put the claim in there? Which I
don't know if you do.
What?
I don't know if you do. You can't. I mean, you can't sue yourself.
Well, no, but you could hit your insurance company, right?
How are you going to hit? Who's responsible?
Oh, that's why I was asking.
But that's why you have insurance.
Tough. No, you have insurance in case you hit somebody else, or they don't have insurance.
Oh man,
your medical insurance.
You did it to yourself.
What about your medical insurance here?
Yeah, you could go your own health care. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
but I mean, you really can't sue yourself.
That's weird. I never thought of it as suing yourself. I just figured, hey, I have car insurance.
No, you're suing. Somebody has to be responsible. I have car insurance. Now, what happens if somebody hits you and they don't have insurance? You're covered.
So in this, though, it would be your own medical
and you
policy.
Have PIP, too.
Right.
You have PIP. I mean, you have the $10,000 in PIP. I mean, it's a bizarre claim.
A listener was asking, Pat.
I would just point you all out. Make sure you put your car in park and just avoid the whole situation.
Imagine Taco v. Taco? Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Dude.
What happened? Could you see him testifying against himself? Yeah.
What an idiot.
He was an idiot. Yeah. Yes, I was.
Yes, I'm a complete idiot.
Yes.
We had another one from Idiotology. A listener asked about we had a guy that he had a rental car, and he parked it on the side of the road, and went and did some errands and stuff. Came back, his rental car was crushed by a couch. Somebody, I guess, was moving a couch or whatever, and threw the couch out of the window.
Off the balcony.
Crushed this guy's car. Now, would the homeowner be responsible for that, is what the listener asked.
Yeah, of course the homeowner would be responsible for it. He threw a couch out his window and it crushed a car. Yeah, he's responsible.
Well, that's...
Now, I don't think his homeowner insurance picks that up, because that's just crazy.
Unless it was an act of vandalism. It's not quite clear
it's
how...
Like a tornado, the act of God, pulled this sofa out of his house and dumped it on this guy's car.
Well, I mean, unless there's video of where it came from and you can prove where the couch came from. I don't know.
A bunch of flying monkeys dropped that thing. Yeah, that's not good.
It's like the cow.
I feel bad about it. I feel bad. Could you imagine going out and going, the hell is this?
It's a couch through the top of the car.
That's normally something where you just go, God does not love me today.
We said he better hope he got the renter's insurance.
Yeah. Rental insurance on the car.
Keep those questions in at 22526. Try to keep them brief, and most of them are brief this morning. I'm paid on commission basis. I want to take time off. Do I have to use my PTO because my employer says that I have to?
Well, if you want to get paid for that time, I guess. I mean, if you don't want to get paid, you don't have to use anything.
Okay. I have tenants.
But wait, he's on commission anyway. You don't get paid unless you're selling. If he's on commission only.
How are you getting paid on your PTO if you're strictly commission?
No, that's weird.
Paid on a commission basis, yeah.
But if you're strictly commission, why would you even need PTO?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
All sales guys
Am I the
would
only
know.
one who caught that? I felt like it was.
Yeah, no, that's good
Taco
catch,
threw
Jeff.
that one right on me. I was like,
good catch, yeah, because I had to read it twice.
I almost objected myself.
Again, he's an idiot. Yes, I'm an idiot.
Taco.
I have tenants that are month to month. Can I raise their rent any amount that I want? We're seeing this all the time.
I don't know if the state has a rule yet on raising stuff. I don't think they do. But yeah, you can, but it would apply to the next term. And also, you have to look at your lease that you sign with them that says how much you could raise it. You might have that clause in there. So you got to read it.
Okay. This one's pretty heavy duty.
But that's a little douchey, too. I'm going to raise it to $1 million like you're Dr. Evil or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry. You're not a douche. I said it could be a little douchey. Douchey's a, little
Yeah, it's not
adjective.
Not
It's an
calling you a
adjective.
douche,
It's
but
an adjective.
you're doing douchey
You're a little
things.
douchey. Okay.
This is a heavy one. Who do you go to when you find out police never filed charges on my rapist when I was 11?
Wow.
I know. I read it first time and I was like, whoa. And then he said,
See, now, there are no jokes about this one.
no.
All right.
She said, I'm guessing yeah.
Well, he or she is obviously old enough that this has been going on for 7 years or 10 years. I mean,
in 40s now. Is 43. Hold on, 43-year-old now. So here's the question. Who do you go to when you find out police never filed charges on the rapist? She was 11.
29 years ago?
She was 11. He was mid-20s, and they had the FDLE rape kit results back, positive for semen, and never even attempted.
How does that fall through the cracks?
It doesn't.
I'm kind of at a loss
It's either
here.
pushed through the cracks or they didn't want to move forward.
There would have to have been a reason, another piece of information here that
your parent. You need to talk to your parents. There's something a little hokey about this.
Huh?
Yeah.
They had to know. You don't just because your parents constantly check up. And I mean, 29 years ago from now, that would have been in the 90s. That stuff doesn't just fall through the cracks. Something happened, and I'm terribly sorry because it's not even something we're going to make a joke about.
God, no.
I can't trust you two.
Divorce question. How much to get a divorce and first one
$1 million.
One-on-one with the lawyer.
$1 million. No,
Okay.
there are a lot of family lawyers who will meet with you up front without charging. Some people do charge an initial thing. It also depends on it whether it's a contested divorce or it's uncontested, whether you have kids, things like that. These things can be very expensive, but if it's an uncontested divorce, that's the easiest way to save money.
Hey, what's the quickest you've ever seen a divorce finished from start to end? How quick?
2-3 months. Because you got to file it, and the court has to hear it. So the fastest is 2 to 3 months.
That's if both parties agree on everything, and it just straight.
And that's if everything's filed together and everything else. But we're talking the time you see the lawyer, you put everything together, you file it. 2-3 months is fast, and I never see that with kids. That's 6 months with kids because you have to take classes and stuff like that. And I don't do that area law because it can be kind of rough.
Mm-hmm. To Jeff, Halloween, I was pulled over for running a red light.
Woo!
Officer ran my license, arrested for VOP from Indian River County.
Violation of probation.
Okay, this was
parole.
This was April 2020. Everything was completed on my part. How do I prove it? I have all the receipts and paperwork.
Well, that's pretty easy. Somebody violated you, okay? And most likely it was your probation officer. So you contact your probation officer and say, listen, is there anything we didn't do? I mean, he violated you. You don't get violated by accident. They actually have to file paperwork. And that's either violation of parole or violation of probation. I assume it's probation because he says he completed everything.
Maybe
parole.
missed an appointment or something.
Yeah, somebody bagged on you, dude. So you need to call your old probation officer and see what happened because he's going to go, you owe $12.
The next thing that
But I guarantee it wasn't $12, dude.
Next thing he ended this with was, P.S. Do you know a good criminal attorney
I
in
certainly
West Palm?
do.
How about
I know
West
a
Palm?
fantastic attorney.
Okay, in West Palm?
She's meaner than a snake. She'll take care of you.
You said that very creepy.
I know who she is. She worked for me a long time ago.
All right, so
Louis Vuitton bag. She's swinging that thing around like Thor.
email Jeff directly at jeff@whenyouneedus.com and he can give you his contact for that. My mother was behind me in her car and ran into me. I was really hurt, but don't want to sue my mom. What are my options?
Well, your options are Mother's Day is going to be a tough day for you, dude. Here's what happens. You got no choice. If you're hurt, you got to go after mom. But if you live in the same household, that could be a problem based on the insurance. If you don't live together, I got to tell you, it's Taco v. Taco's mom. It's the way that's
But again,
going.
don't you always say, don't feel bad. You're not really going after your...
Right,
you're going after their insurance.
I've had many cases where I've been told by the mother, please go after my insurance, so on and so on. And that's just the way that works because, you got hurt. You're not suing mom. I mean, if mom crushed your vertebrae, you need your health expenses paid for. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why you get insurance.
It's time for one more.
Wow. Okay. I'm leaving. No, I want to get to this rent one because I think you could probably help them if I could ever find it. Okay. Cool. So, legal question. How is it okay for my landlord to raise my rent $400, but does nothing to improve the area? We have had 3 fatal shootings in 3 months. Cops every day or everywhere every other weekend.
Well, that's the way love goes because they don't have to do anything. There's no reason why your rent gets raised. They can tell you a reason, but they don't have to have one. For example, absolutely nothing can happen and $1 million.
They're going to keep jacking this rent up as long as people keep paying it or willing to pay it. It's sad, but it's true.
Florida is bombarded with new people because everyone's moving here because we're the new Texas. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
People are coming here in full bore, and that's why even with the interest rates going up,
they're still looking at it as a great deal.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
You got California, you got tough place, New York. These are rents that are ridiculous, and here you got 4 times the place for here.
My suggestion to you, the listener, is, dude, I'd probably move somewhere else with all those fatalities and shootings too.
Here's the thing: don't go month to month. That's where things get hit. Get a yearly rent. And then that's locked in. But if you do this month to month, they could bump it whenever they want and however much they want.
Okay, direct contact for Jeff. Jeff at whenyouneedus.com for personal injury questions. Jeff at whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell.
Jeff Kaufman from Kaufman Lynd. Appreciate it.
Taco be taco.
See you, man.
Lynch and Taco kick off your workday with a big-ass block of rock.
Every morning at 8 a.m. on